right now we are good to go. It should be appearing in just a few seconds to you guys. Sorry about the delay there, guys. Had some technical difficulties with I don't even know what happened, but apparently the bot did not like Adam there and thought that that team was too strong and tried to roll him out. So he had to do a bunch of
It's
stuff
definitely
that
a
was
strong
manual.
team. You know, we
It,
know Trigger's no joke, and I mean, I haven't played with Adam all that much, but like the times that I have, like he definitely kicks some ass.
yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Adam, I was gonna say, does get on fire occasionally and is a force to be reckoned with sometimes.
Hey Zeteo, I was meaning to ask you. We were watching the last game. How come
Hmm.
you upgrade your range so late? You were at one for like a long time.
I see. I don't see like I prioritize like stutter stepping into an army instead of like having like one line against one line. So like the range is less important, at least early on, and then once I get a second bunk, like I just go ham on range. And sometimes it really catches people off guard, and they don't notice that I have a ton of range and just get slaughtered.
Oh, how?
My observer interface is all messed up.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Strange. Real quick, you guys want to introduce ourselves? We have Draconis who's streaming this right now. Speak, Draconis.
Hey, what's up, guys?
That's Draconis' voice. I'm Fred, aka Time Traveler.
Time
Yep.
travel winner.
Yes, the bot says my name funny. Who else do we have here?
Yeah, Jujubee Peter Griffin.
Mr. Peter Griffin.
And
then
And
we have
Zeteo, who doesn't want to say
Zeteo,
his
yeah.
name.
Yeah, it's Zeteo, it's me. It's this guy.
So there's 4 of us here.
Yes.
It's definitely a
Lava.
full house. Just to call out team positions, we got Trigger and Adam in the top left corner. Top right, we got Ravenium and RCJH. Ravenium, this is his first match with the league ever, so going to be watching on him. Bottom right, Kirto and Oblivion, and then bottom left, we got Otacon and CyrusDaVirus represented on this.
Yep.
Who did you say is first match for the league?
Ravenium or Raven.
Oh, really? I could have swore Ravenium's played a bunch of times.
Yep, not as far as I know. This is his first game.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in any either. At least not for, Pro League.
Gotcha. Well, I know he's a good player, so it should be good.
Oh man, I cannot check upgrades.
Oh no.
I put it on the WCS 3.0 overlay or whatever,
Yep.
and it does not support this set of
Game
teams.
mode.
Yeah. Oh well. I should have just left it on the game heart that we were experimenting with, but
Yep, and that's what we're rolling with right now. A little bit different interface, so we can see a lot more of the game that we'll want to see.
Yep, first nuke goes it was Octagons.
do you
Yellows.
guys have a favorite team right now?
Honestly, I'm gonna vote Trigger and Adam again, just because Trigger is so powerful and Adam seems to be on point right now.
He was having
Who's
a
in
little
first
bit
place?
of the hard time, I think, in the first game with Cyrus, but yeah, they were just able to kind of capitalize on the different positions. Clearing out top left for them really helped them out.
yes, that tank really screwed me up.
And I think just bottom right in that last game with Cyrus, they underestimated how powerful top right was, and they committed to killing Kirto and them, but they weren't able to take that just on non-Merc Marines.
Yeah.
Cyrus asks if Raven's AFK, and he's over there pushing top left right now, so that is a no.
But I think the game kind of transitions to a point where one team is going to dictate which other team is going to win or not. Like, let's say you're like in third place and you really are not going to have any capabilities to win or pull a win out of. You kind of give the game to one of the other shoot. quite one-sided.
Absolutely, it
Yeah.
can be like that. It's just kind of a game of other players' mistakes versus necessarily your skill, but there's definitely higher strategy that can influence that. And, it is a skill to try and do the balance game and come back from that,
Mm-hmm.
that position where you're not a contender, but maybe you can weaken the other two strong teams and get yourself a chance. It's happened many times.
Yeah, yeah. Well, last game for example, I was, hoping that Cyrus and Oblivion were going to get taken out first because they were so low on the scoreboard. But then, Trigger showed up with a tank, and I was like, oh shit, we're going to be the first team to go. And there's no way that we can defend this right now.
Yep.
Cyrus
And then, all of a sudden,
Cyrus caught out of position. Nuke does go down by Trigger there.
oh wow.
Are they going for a base snipe?
It looks like
Yes.
they're kind of going for a base snipe. Yep.
Another nuke goes down in the top right.
They might try and throw turrets. They're doing it. They're going for the base snipe, throwing
Wow.
turrets on
Yeah, going
Cyrus's
for
bunker over here. Trigger's going for the kill.
But it's all going to be dependent on what Ravenium does. He's starting to make his way
Yes.
back towards them right now.
Yeah, they won't be able to take it down, and unfortunately, that's going to cost a lot of flint minerals.
Yep, two
Yes.
defense turrets from Cyrus and Otacon, though, so...
Mm-hmm.
Never helps when you get into a turret battle with somebody. As far as your economy goes, you kind of lose a lot of money throwing those turrets early, especially.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. But Cyrus did get some good feed off of it, so.
So first bunks dropped is Trigger, second is RCJH.
And Cyrus sees it, so we'll see what's Otacon does. Okay, so he's not helping Cyrus take that out, so he's going to stay in his lane, it looks like.
Hey, do any of you guys know the shortcut for adjusting team colors offhand?
I don't.
Control F?
Yeah, it's just Alt F.
Alt F, that's it.
There we go. All right. New interface woes there.
Yeah.
Kirto over there stopping the finishing of RC's bunk. Annoying, was just about to finish.
Oh, it's like 95% done too, if not
Yep.
more.
Raven's bunks are very low. He canceled in wisely to go guarantee RC his
Here comes
bunk.
Adam, though.
Oh, okay, the bunker does go down, or does get finished, that's to say. Should say.
So right now it's Trigger laning Cyrus. Cyrus has one bunk and an upgrade lead, and Trigger's on 2 bunks. Close scores though.
It seems like Raven can't take this fight. Adam already has his combat shields up already,
Yeah.
so it'll be very tough for him to try to get a bunker. I don't know what do you guys do from that point on? Let's say your lane has already 2 bunks with combat shields. Do you guys still try to go for a second bunk, or do you just go for Merc?
I will say I don't see very often people getting the combat shield part. Yep. So I'm a good person to answer that. I don't see other people go combat shield that early without merking. That's really interesting because just 20 HP, 220, it's big, but it's not as big as if they were merked. Of course, really the HP adds up. So I don't know. What do? You kind of make a shield tower, defend, and wait for an opportunity to get your bunk down, or merc.
Yeah, and I think what it's going to cost is just RCJH is going to have to help him get up the second bunk real quick. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
that's about the only cost to it, is RCJH not being able to attack bottom right. So Adam pinging his team member saying, hey, they are building a bunker in top right, but looks like Trigger is dead set on just putting the hurt to Cyrus here.
Yeah.
Yep. Cyrus, who's been on one bunk for a long time, has enough money to throw one down and really wants to. He's building the shield tower first.
Good call.
Ouch. RCJ is gonna get pinned in right.
bunker is able to complete for Ravenium, so now it's just bottom left that needs to get this bunker. I don't know if I like what they're doing, though, with both bunkers there at the same time.
Yep, very risky. Otacon won't be able to defend, no way, that low on the scoreboard with only one bunk to defend it against. Oblivion,
there's zero chance of defending that.
In fact, they're both probably going to get canceled right here.
Yeah.
Hard times.
Yep, and meanwhile, RCJH is still kind of focused there. He's dropping down now, but too late for bottom right. I mean, bottom left.
I mean, that's a huge mistake, right? You're on Discord with your teammate. You should tell each other when you guys are dropping down.
Yeah,
it's
they
really hard.
They could get away with it because everyone was gone for a little bit.
Yeah, and sometimes you can, but you kind of have to be really quick to decide to cancel one of the bunks and help defend the other one, so you don't both get canceled like that. And honestly, Cyrus looks like he is actually going to die right here, because now there's enough production coming at him and enough turrets. And any defensive turrets they use to try and save Cyrus right now, it just hurts him even more. So it's really hard.
Yeah,
to
they were focusing the bunker though instead of the units. Which if you got something like a bunker that has a ton of hit points and a bunch of units that have quite a bit of DPS but not very much hit points, you kind of want to focus down the units doing the damage first.
Definitely, at least the turrets for sure.
Yeah, unless you have enough production and damage to be able to snipe it, which with just Marines that's very unlikely.
All right, looks like Otacon's going to lay down his bunker. I'm fairly sure we're going to see. Well, Cyrus is in no position to build a bunker right now either, but they're going to focus on just getting Otacon's bunker up in the tank spot. Kind of what you guys were saying, Cyrus isn't that far out of the game still. He's still at 2,500 points right now, mainly because I know he lost some turrets and things of that nature, but so did Trigger and Adam.
True. Defensive play, although he is on one bunk, and I think he has... Oh no, he only has one armor, one regen per structure, so not too much money wasted there.
Hey guys, did RCJH just lose a bunk? Oh, he did.
It looks like he did.
Wow, we missed it.
We're all looking over here.
Yeah.
We're so focused on Otacon. It's like, oh, is he gonna get it up? Is he gonna get it up? We totally missed the top.
Yeah. Kirto's gonna watch the replay later and be like, come on.
Well, it's so important getting that first bunk up. If they don't get this bunk up, they're very
dead.
Clearly going to die first.
Look at this. Oblivion runs over there, and, Cyrus and Otacon, they would have gotten that first bunk up, but Oblivion had to come over there and mess that up for him. And Oblivion's on 3 bunks now.
Yep. 4.
Yeah, he took the other the other Reaper bunk. He's going Mass Reaper. Very powerful strat. And no Rotters to counter it yet.
The scary thing is, if you guys look at the scoreboard, people is kind of close by. I mean, except for number 1 and 8, right? But everyone's score is very similar. But bottom left, they lost so much money on turrets and canceled bunks that they're very behind, actually.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And all that adds up rather quickly.
It does.
A turret and a turret is 225 and a canceled bunker. I mean, you lose 250 on that. So you throw down 4 of them, or have a combination of 4 of those things is equal to a bunk. So it's pretty rough.
Yeah, and I've seen at least 3 turrets from Cyrus. I'm not sure if there's more than that, but that's over 7.
You can definitely see the upgrade disparity with Cyrus and Trigger even right now. As Trigger definitely a leader, but man, look at the upgrades between the 2 players right now. It's going to take bottom left everything they have just to hold this bunker, just against Trigger.
Oh, but Cyrus is maybe going to be able to get that bunker up, because everyone's pushing towards middle right now.
Great cut there from Otacon and Cyrus. A little bit overextension though, it looks like. Oh my gosh! If they get the SCV snipe.
Get the SCV?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh,
poor Cyrus. Looks like both bunks will get canceled again, most likely. Oh, well, you have Oblivion coming in to bring him back.
Yep.
And see, now this is interesting to me because I don't feel like it's wise to hit your diagonal team
He might be worried about Trigger getting too strong, because right now Trigger is, high up on the scoreboard, and Adam's, third place, so...
Yeah, it's a good point, but at the same time, though, like, if Cyrus doesn't get killed off, he's just going to continue to feed Trigger.
And that bunker does get canceled out there. Oh, man, that's rough.
Yeah, this is a hard spot.
Does have his, at least. That's at least something. So they're not quite out of it yet.
Score check, we got Trigger at first place, 5,500 points. Oblivion in second place. Adam in third, and Kirto in fourth. So yeah, it's looking like the two top left and bottom right diagonals being right now in favor of taking it to the end game.
Yeah.
RCJH, I gotta be careful. Oblivion could come there and snipe him out if you really.
Alright guys, this game is looking very interesting, but I have to take a BRB for 10 minutes, and I'm excited to see the difference when I come back, or if it's still going.
Alright, Fred, enjoy dinner.
Thank you.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this is it's in a way it's a lot like last game with the corner teams doing well, or the diagonals I should say. But the only thing is, like, if one team gets knocked back too far, then it's really easy for the if one team gets knocked back really far and the other diagonal, if their diagonal dies, then it's sort of just is already decided. Like, whoever's like doing really well at that point as a team will probably win, just because they're already ahead, and it's almost like a 2v2 at that point instead of a free for all. So it's hard to like knock that team back down as the second and third place.
Right.
Not sure, RCJH trying to get down this rod bunk, obviously not going to happen. I think they've kind of just, unfortunately to say, kind of become that role of feed for everyone. They got the 4v2 there, not because of strength, just because capitalize on opportunity and try to get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cyrus just left right now, and Otacon, every time your teammate leaves, you could get pretty big pretty quick too.
Yes. So yeah, that definitely helps Otacon out quite a bit, I think. So he might not be the last team or the first team out. He might be able to survive a little bit further.
Yeah.
But poor RC trying to get that, well, I guess it's technically his third bunker, but that's Marauder bunker. Going for it once again. Yeah. See what is, okay, so they are going to go try to cancel it. I feel like they have to be really careful because, like Trigger is already, he's starting to jump up there and score compared to Oblivion, so like, if he knocks RC down too far, then it could be pretty rough.
Rough spot for top right to be in, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now it's Adam's turn to come. Oh, but Oblivion is going to save him? No, he's going to cancel it.
Barely canceled it, too.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with those Reapers because they do so much building damage.
And take a look at, Zeteo, you can't see the ups right now, but Adam, he's on 86511 regen.
Oh, wow.
He's focusing a lot on regen.
Look at this, Otacon, they're going right for that bunker snipe there. Oblivion's down there, they could get this. That bunker is going to go down.
Yeah. Wow. Alright, so I guess I was wrong. Otacon is going to be the first one out just because everyone's targeting him. But, once again, I want to stress Oblivion has to be careful with... Oh, actually, Oblivion overtook Trigger on the scoreboard. I was thinking that Trigger would be even more ahead at this point, but he's not.
Yeah, bottom left leaves. Looks like top left will get the minerals there. They were just in the position to do so. Which probably Oblivion's like, oh man, because he could have definitely picked off that bunker snipe there over Trigger. with that Reaper composition he has.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so it looks like it's pretty much all on Trigger. I mean, RC is trying to just rebuild, so he's trying to do what he can.
Yeah, but
if he gets this, he's going to be able to definitely win this game, I believe.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Trigger saves
1,500 points on that bunker left.
Yeah, what are the upgrades on it?
Bunker upgrades 110. So that
really?
Was, yep, that was just straight them able to defend with units there. I think Oblivion did what you talked about. He focused the bunker instead of some of the units.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Reapers, it's sort of like he wants to be able to snipe. I mean, that's kind of the play when it comes to Reapers en masse. If you're able to snipe, like, and you got really close, but the thing is, if you fail, that is a lot of money you just gave them.
Yep,
so you have to be really careful.
Here comes Oblivion again for the second snipe. Trigger is in position, though. Bunker's about 75% healed.
Okay, well, they're definitely not going to get that Rotters.
Three regen goes down for Trigger there to make sure that he keeps that up.
Yep.
Top
Oblivion
right
wisely pulled back instead of feeding.
Yeah, top right is not realizing how big bottom right is. They actually see the scoreboard of Trigger first, and then what's Adam, the third one. They're not really getting too much of bottom right. They're getting kind of scary.
Yeah. Well, it's trouble because RC is hitting Kirto, which is he just he needs feed at this point. He's just so far behind, but Kirto might turn on him and start sniping him if he continues.
Yeah,
they're in a really tough position. I mean, their whole goal has to be to draw out the game here. It's just to try to equalize.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
We were talking about this last game too. Like, I've seen Kirto play a lot, and he's such a good player, but he hasn't been able to pull a win out yet. So hopefully, I'm rooting for him to kind of pull one out of the bag here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's definitely really, really good at finding the feed. Making it work.
Adam really wants this rod bunker down. No one's seen it go down this time around, so this might be it. But here comes Oblivion.
All right, well, Oblivion sees it, yeah.
Calls it out.
He's alone in his efforts, though. Get that speed.
It's looking like top left will be able to hold this unless they switch. Here comes Ravenium. But RCJH still heavy into Kirto's territory. I think they're going to be able to complete it out.
Yeah, looks like probably. Well, Oblivion has one more shot, maybe. Oh, but Adam's there to greet him. Yeah, there's not much that Ravenium can really do to help.
The best feeling is like when you see one of your enemies running in with the ball, but your updraft is so much bigger, and it's just completely melt.
Oh yeah.
I love that feeling.
Great feeling.
So what do you think about Kirto still hitting on top right here? Is that just for feed? Because, Oblivion could snipe top right and kill him right now. I'm fairly sure he's focusing on top left because he knows they can't win without top right.
Yeah, I would think that it would be just for feed. I mean, I think that's the correct play, in my opinion, is to look for feed, try to trade, and get at a higher score so that you can do more damage to the players that you need to do it to. But knowing Kirto, he's just kind of running around looking for wherever the feed is, getting that money.
Oh, there's some money right there, and Adam snags it.
Right, Kirto going for that fourth marine bunker.
Yeah, poor top right. They are just definitely in that role right now, and that gets frustrating. Look at that ping from Oblivion. He wants to set up for a snipe. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, someone needs to take care of that sensor tower. But I think Trigger is smart enough that if he loses the sensor tower, he'll rebuild it instantly. because he knows he's going to need it against those Reapers.
I kind of would have liked to see Kirto upgrading her Merc Bunk on his rods.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Oh, they're running in right now. Oblivion and Kirto. Oh, great pick off on that.
Ooh.
Is he gonna get it?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
there it is. There it is. Oh, but the other one finishes.
That would have been so bad if he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Adam just lost another Merc.
So Adam is on 1 bunker now. Trigger's on 3. Yeah, Oblivion's on 4. Kirto's on 4, and then we got top rights with 2 and 2.
Smart play by Oblivion and Kirto. I mean, they take down top left, they easily win top right.
Yes, top right definitely has to switch if they want to like continue like fighting for that potential to win.
And it looks like they know that. They're kind of going, looks like they're going to roll for a snipe here on Kirto's bunker. And they should be able to get it. The only problem is they're on complete Marines, but Kirto, he's got no bunker upgrades whatsoever. It just melts. They're going to keep rolling.
They might be able to get a second one right now.
He dumps 3/3 armor, but it's already 50% down in health.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh.
So close, so close.
It does go down.
Wow.
But at what cost though? Look at them. Look at Oblivion.
Yeah, they're well. Okay. Well, top left just saved them from utter destruction. With all this sniping going on, everyone's just sniping each other.
Yeah, lots of sniping there.
Unfortunately for top right, they have to like sit back and wait until get to the unit count to snipe again. You know, RC's only on 1 bunker now.
Yeah, going back, that kind of helps top left a lot, right? I mean, you took out bottom right and top right a couple bunks. It really helped out Trigger and Adam.
Yep, they're gonna get time. Adam's getting his Rodder bunk again. I think Oblivion, they're gonna just try to end top right now though at this point.
Yeah, I think at this point they can just do it, and end top right and then end the game.
Kirto's got to be able to hold though.
Yes. Need some shield towers or something.
I think Oblivion's just collecting supply right now. Oh, he is going to engage.
You know, I kind of like the past this game and last game. 2 weeks ago when I was watching and commenting on the pro leagues, everybody was kind of building like a shield tower and just hiding behind it.
Yeah.
You know, and this was in the pro league too. And Draconis, I was just laughing. I'm like, you know, if you go to up and comers, everybody's just kind of just doing random shit.
I think the meta for Zone Control Pro League is always adapting, and people are looking at like what is new, what am I trying out, how can I play better, and and with that there's always different plays coming out.
Look at this snipe attempt. He stops short. He just takes a bunch of Trigger's units there, falls back.
Mm-hmm.
Good move though. I don't think he would have been able to take that Merc from.
Nope. A little hard to politic when one of the teammates are dead, right?
Yeah.
Kirto's a little exposed here with this Rodder, but he does come back. Oblivion keeps him in position, but I don't know. They're still in trouble, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just too much of a mess. Too many units coming in. And once you get that momentum, you can just like push it forward. But it looks like they didn't have quite enough to kill anything. I would like to shield towers though.
Sorry to interrupt, but Fred is back, and my first glance here, I think Ravenium seems to be winning this game with that 1 tank over there.
All right. Yep, there you go.
You know, with Oblivion upgrading his damage to all 20, it looks great and all on paper, but going against like a level 17 armor or level 15 armor rods is just tickling them right now at this point. You can't really trade that well no more.
Well, that's the downside of Reaper is, you know, you're going to be great at taking out bunkers, like really, really good. But, you know, straight up fight, no, you're just going to die.
Yeah, and this is looking real bad for bottom right now. If Trigger's
Definitely.
able to take out a lot of that supply, it's going to just hamstring Oblivion's ability to even snipe at this point.
Definitely. And there's not much Ravenium can even do to help, because if he moves out too far against top left, they'll just wipe him out in half a second unless Oblivion and Kirto are there to like keep pushing and reinforcing. They kind of have to work together at this point for a little bit at least.
And Fred, you actually missed it too. Top left was almost dead. They were like barely holding on with like Adam was on one bunk. Trigger lost his rod bunk and he went down to 3, but
Oh, really? Wow.
yeah, it was very, very bad for them.
Well, I see it's turned quite a bit since then.
Yep.
It looks like Adam was poking at Ravenium there, deciding he doesn't want to commit. But I think that's the move. Like, think they clear top right? You clear top right, you take mid, and it's basically game at that point since you got the Rodder composition.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I think a lot of it does rest in that. Yeah. So Ravenium, see how we can survive here. But I think the Marauder composition out of Adam is very, very strong. They only have Kirto with rods over there, and he's not as far ahead as Adam. And Adam's got quite a big ball of Marauders, and it's pretty strong. Oblivion's Mass Reaper ball, that's kind of vulnerable. It's really powerful, good at sniping, but there's not much to distract. You don't want to take front engagements against Marauders like what Oblivion's doing right there.
Like right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd really like to see Kirto try to get some more Marauders going. He really needs a bigger army at this point.
Trigger's going for the kill right now, or at least take out a tank or two. He gets one.
I like the effort from RC though, just mass tanks on 2 bunkers and try to survive everything.
Smart move by Trigger, taking Raven now.
Definitely. And Adam's just a wall that Oblivion can't get by. And Trigger's
needs to go right now. He needs to go snipe down a bunker right now.
He tried, but Adam was just covering with those Marauders, and that whole entire ball of Reapers, it can barely kill a couple Marauders. It's crazy the damage difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Adam very wisely put most of them near that bunker that would get sniped, knowing that he didn't really need as much near the Marauder bunker that Kirto was hitting.
Yeah, they really need a show tower right now. Throw some turrets down, and
it's probably too late for that.
This looks like GG, or at least the slow GG as middle is being taken by Trigger, who shot up and scored a 32,000.
Yeah, the whole thing about Reapers is it kind of plays into like your opponent being out of position, at least when you're against Marauders.
Definitely.
If your opponent's out of position, then you can go snipe things. But if they're in position, if they're really good like Trigger is, you just can't do much.
Yeah, it's hard to have a one team versus another team. You kind of need that third team if you're going Mass Reapers in there. You need the distractions.
Yeah, and it hurts a lot that Kirto lost so many Marine bunkers, because he could have helped out a lot more.
Definitely.
Man, I was really hoping that Kirto was going to pull this one out of the bag. I think he's a great player. I just haven't seen him win a Pro League match yet. And he does great every single game, but just can't seem to close it out.
And it looks like Trigger and Adam are on their way to a 2-game win streak apiece.
Yeah. It's a really strong team. Here comes the tank.
That's not a tank, it's a nail. And they just nailed the coffin.
Nice.
Good game.
And GG is called. And Trigger and them take the second game of the day. Wow. What a change. very rarely do you actually see them take 2 games in a row there. So pretty good on up. Fred, if you are planning to play this next game, make sure you check in. Awesome.
I just did. Yep.
All right. Well, you'll probably need to do it again, actually. Just do
Yeah.
it again just in case.
Fred, don't hold the nuke too long this time, okay?
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. If that was your first game you watched, that was game 2 of the night. We got another one that's starting to get ready and going. My name is Draconis. Joined with me again is Peter Griffin as co-caster. If you haven't checked out our website, go to www.zzleagues.com. There you can see where all the standings are right now. They got Season 1. This is the first start of Season 2. But check it out. Join our Discord. We got over 150 members in our Discord now. And Adam, are you planning to play this next one just to make sure?
No, I'm actually, I got ahead. That's why I came in, so you didn't roll me in.
Okay, no, yeah, it should be all set.
Come on, Adam, you should be going for that 3-peat, man.
I know, I wish, but I have to head.
All right, did you check out? Because you're actually in there.
How do I check out?
Check out! Exclamation! Check out! Quick!
Check out. Okay.
There we go.
I think it's good. Cool. All right. See you, man.
All right. Take it easy. It really doesn't like Adam. I don't know why. There it goes. Okay. Good stuff. All right, and guys, we will be coming in just a moment into the 3rd game of the night. One more minute until they roll the teams. So, yeah, gosh, as we sit in, let's see if we can pull up that website and take a look at zzleagues.com. Take a look at zzleagues.com. Take a look at zzleagues. And we will do that actually a different day when I have more stuff together. That way we don't get an echo going.
Hey, Drac.
Yep.
We're gonna CGI wants to co-cast if that's cool with you.
Yep, definitely. Always.
Okay. Alrighty, have fun.
All right, welcome in, GGI. How was that second game? Were you watching it on the stream there?
His mic is on mute too.
All right. All right, we can probably hear you now, GG.
There we go.
All right. Were you catching that stream on the last one there?
It was a tough one. I was in the lounge. Cyrus was talking about it. He and I were talking a little bit about it, and he just kind of got put in a really bad spot early when his army's a little bit out of position, and Trigger was able to nuke it, and then they kind of were able to keep him on one bunk the entire game. And then he had Oblivion show up and help keep him on one bunk the entire game, and it was just a very frustrating spot, which kind of allowed him to steamroll forward. But, you know, it's one of those games where you just get put in a bad spot early and can't dig out of it.
Yeah, the other big mistake that they did was that they were upgrading. Oh, they put down him and his teammate. They put down bunks at the same time. They couldn't defend both at once, and they both had to cancel. That was probably the game changer for them.
That didn't help either, no doubt.
All right, it looks like teams are rolled now. As long as there was not an issue this time, which it looks like there was not, Team 1 is going to be Time Traveler and Trigger. Adam sitting this one out. He had to go for the night. Otherwise, he would have been in all 3 games alongside there with Trigger. So all new teams, Time Traveler and Trigger in one team. Cyrus and I Like Sports. Now that's a strong one right there. Zeteo and RCJH, and then Otacon and Raven again as Team 4. So, you know, I'm curious to see how Raven does with Otacon as a partner this time, and I'm sure Time Traveler and Trigger are going to be hoping for the I mean, I'm sorry, Cyrus and Sports are going to be hoping for the best there too, as they're going to be more than likely diagonal players there. Do you guys have any predictions on the team lineup? Who is going to dominate?
How do you go against Trigger, right? Brand new season, one game, one game two. You know, going into the game three. I mean, it's a different lane partner that he has right now, but still, very very strong player.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you wouldn't bet. Yeah, if I had to load up money, it would be on Trigger. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It just depends on how the lanes break down. Also, I think based off last game, if Cyrus lanes Trigger, I'd actually give Cyrus a little bit of an edge, just because I think he'll play it differently, like learn from his mistakes from last game. But I don't know how it'll break down when we get into the game.
Right. It's silly, Adam. You know, if you get to partner up with Trigger, you cancel whatever activities you have going on or pre-planned that you have. You know, you stay on, you finish the game.
Yep.
You get all the free wins.
Hey, Jack, guys. Hey, guys. I'm sorry to bother you real fast, but we have another issue with the bot, Draconis. So it rolled, right? But we can't. No one could. Like, Otacon checked in, or it says he was checked in, and he rolled into the actual game. But everyone's saying that they can't find where he checked in because right now he's AFK. So we went to see where he checked in and the different channels, and we can't. No one can find where he checked in.
Oh no.
But the bot rolled him in.
That is interesting. There's something going on with the bot and Adam. And I got Adam out, but I didn't see Otacon on there at all. All right. Well, what we could do is, if everyone's good with it, we can just reroll Team 4 Raven and whoever else was in queue to play. Cyrus.
You mean just kind of like swap them out? Is that cool with you?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
that would be the best. Who else do you have?
We only had 1, 2, 3.
It looks like it's just Oblivion, right?
Yeah. Is he still in the? Yeah. Let me go talk to him.
Hey, GGI, what's your game name? StarCraft.
Enough GGI. Well, let's go get it.
Oh.
If you, I think if we're friends, it says Frosty Feet. Like the default thing, whatever, for when I started Hearthstone, how many ever years ago, it like made me Frosty Feet. So for friends, it tells you that name, but the name I actually typed in when I started playing StarCraft was like, go get it.
We're good with that, Draconis, by the way. Sorry for the interruption again.
All right, no worries. I'm kind of wondering why all of a sudden all this stuff started happening. That's odd.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, all right, guys.
All right.
Just looking at the game inside the game, it looks like Cyrus is going to lane Trigger again. Should be interesting. Default, this is the way I would play Trigger almost always. If I laned him, I would be looking to nuke like, and be very happy with nuking like 35 supply of his army. I think anything you can do to slow him down early is probably optimal, although it just depends because you would have to. He's going to play late game better than you. He's going to micro better than you. So kind of what does that leave you for options? I think it just kind of allows you to if you put him in a hole early. So traditionally, I actually pretty conservative using a nuke. I usually like to wait for 2 armies or use it defensively, which is I get outside the norm. But for Trigger, I would make an exception and be looking to nuke early. It'd be interesting to see what Cyrus does.
Right.
Early anyway.
Lately, I've been holding my nuke while I'm bunked, just in case that they try to make play out of it. I've noticed that I'm a fairly new player, so I learned that in the beginning when I nuke too early, I always can't seem to get my second bunk up at the right time.
There are spots like that where it can be frustrating, and there are spots where your teammate throws down a bunker and you kind of like, I don't want to say have to nuke, but feel it's like the correct spot to be able to nuke in defense of him getting his bunker. Obviously you're on the same team, so him doing good is effectively you doing good, but yeah, it can be an interesting spot.
I think at the end of the day, zone control 4 is very, very, very strategy based game, but it seems like that everybody wants to be a chief, right? Even though you're on the same team, I think a very good support partner makes the whole difference of how well you do in the game.
I pretty well agree. There was I can actually remember a game. I think it was Trigger and Kazir or Kazar, however you pronounce his name, where Trigger was ahead. Kazar was way behind, but Kazar was just constantly making tanks. Anytime he had 1,500, my guess is Trigger was dumping him some money too, because his upgrades are so far behind. But the fact that he was making tanks put them in like an unbreakable position, and they ended up winning. It was either ended up getting to a draw or they ended up winning the game. I forget the exact result. But it was one of those things where that he would have effectively contributed nothing. So him like not having an ego, not being like the one going out and getting kills, and then playing defensively and being able to move tanks around was like clearly the correct play the way the game played out.
Right.
So yeah, if you have a teammate who's willing to which is not everybody's ego allows them to go that very easily. It just depends. Makes it a little bit easier to play the game.
So speaking about that, I really like his team too. Posit like with Cyrus and I Like Sports. I Like Sports is very versatile. He could carry, and he could be a very great support too. Whereas Cyrus, he's just more so like, I want to be a carry. You know what I mean? So I think they'll kind of blend and match very. See how they go.
Oh, start it up. We're good, Drac. Let's go. Let's get this going.
We are good. We're waiting for the game. It looks like the game is starting to load up right now. I was looking at our database, seeing what we'll need to fix. Looks like we'll need to move Ravenium over into Oblivion's team, and obviously
I see what you're saying.
The bot has not been happy for us today. It messed up 2 rolls there in a row. The first
Must be sore from all that New Year's Eve working out, or the New Year's resolution of working out.
I guess, yeah, but I haven't deployed anything over to that one. So, all right, here we come into the game right now, guys. Again, if you're just joining us for the 3rd game, my name is Draconis. I am joined today co-casting with Go Get It and Peter Griffin. Top left, we have Fred, also known as Time Traveler and Trigger. Top right, we have Cyrus and I Like Sports. Bottom right, we have Zeteo and RCJH. And then bottom left, we have Ravenium and Oblivion right there. And again, we're looking at these 2 diagonals. We got Ravenium and Oblivion, and then also Cyrus and I Like Sports. So some similar diagonals there from last game. We'll see if they don't get punished as much from that play. Meanwhile, we are looking at a Cyrus versus Trigger lineup, as you were mentioning. Go Get It, and that is going to be fun to watch, so to speak. 2 different play styles completely, almost.
It'll be interesting to see what exactly Cyrus to adjust. Like, he's smart enough and he's good enough to adjust his play. Somebody nuked instantly? What the world just happened?
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he adjusts his play given the result of the last game versus Trigger.
This was Oblivion's nuke, and I don't know if you've ever laned against Oblivion. He is in favor of ignoring his lane in the beginning and getting feed in other channels. So what he did is he did a very, very early nuke on RCJH, and his whole goal is to try to get an upgrade lead over his lane. That is his approach.
Interesting. Himself in kind of a horrible spot already.
Yeah, I don't think it worked out the way that he wanted to with Fred right there. So now he's nukeless. He is ahead on the leaderboard, but not by much. Only 200 difference between him and his own lane.
Gets to play the fun game of waiting for your armor to come back together. Just sit there for like 2 minutes.
So far, pretty standard play with Cyrus. He's got the 222 upgrades. Trigger also similar upgrades, except he's holding on to not as much speed right now.
You know, it's gonna be funny to see Fred. I'm interested to see how long he holds that nuke for. He always seems to give us good content. You know, whether or not we're just screaming from dropping right then and there or whatnot. But
here you go. I'll take the over on 30 minutes. Set the over at 30 minutes.
Oh!
I'll take Wait, get the hell out of here! Did he? Oh, I thought that was.
No, it wasn't his. It wasn't his.
I'll take the over. I'm taking the over 30 minutes, and I'll take the over.
Yeah,
guaranteed to go over.
We thought at first there that was going to be Fred's. It definitely wasn't. That would have been like seeing a unicorn almost, right? So.
Yeah, there could be literally 3 groups of enemies, and he still won't drop that nuke. He'll wait and wait.
I wonder what I'll have to ask. I wonder what his condition is for dropping a nuke early. Like, imagine it was 6 feet too early, and all 6 armies were right there. I wonder if that'd be good enough for him.
He doesn't really view the nuke as that too, and I was just playing with him the other day, and he almost nuked, and we decided not to, and he's like, that was going to be an emotional nuke, and I always regret those. So
That's hilarious. I wonder if the N key on his keyboard is broken, and that's why he doesn't do it? Like, does he have a keyboard that doesn't work? What the hell? Yes, I promise.
Cyrus getting a nice cut there on Fred. Both armies just out of position. Cyrus drops a nuke there on Trigger
Completely
as well.
agree.
And he is
exactly
now... He has got a decisive lead going on Trigger right now. I mean, it is literally a difference between top and bottom. And now Cyrus can freely roam around the map here. He's looking for some trades in the middle. Not finding anything, though.
I completely... This is... in my... Oh, wow, and he's already thrown out a bunk. This is, in my opinion, like... enough and be able to think about it, the game in the correct way to be able to pull it off, to do something like this to Trigger. Also, Trigger will come back. Like, Trigger's not out of this game, obviously. But
Trigger's got the nuke ready. He knows nuke is down. He doesn't get a good nuke, though. Cyrus still has some army left. Meanwhile, yes, Sports has to come back. Sports has his nuke ready as well. Drops a nuke. Maybe not needed, but hey, it's going to make sure that Cyrus gets his bunker up.
Might not be a good idea, not that first.
Oh, get the hell out of here. Oh.
But everyone knows Fred's not going to nuke. Look, Fred's got his army right there. He can't nuke even if he wanted to. Ravenium here needs to hit Fred.
Fred should flame this. If he'd move around, he'd get 2 holes.
Yeah, he probably doesn't see it. And cancellation for Cyrus. Oh, that was rough. So yeah, I guess Sports could have held off on that.
A little bit too early, I think.
Yeah.
I think Sports should just come with his army to defend, and then it definitely could have saved that bunker.
By the time he could have just thrown a turret rather than nuking. Me seeing the mineral in the bottom part of the map, just like chilling. Nobody can see it yet, so it's not like visible part of the game, but it always kills me seeing those things, especially early game when they're so valuable. An extra 50 or 100 when your score's 1,000 is either half of or 5% or 10% extra on your score, so it becomes so valuable early game. Later game, obviously not as much, but.
And that's the thing that makes me so angry sometimes. Sometimes the RNG comes in play, and your lane just keeps getting it, and it's like, oh my god.
That's so painful.
Look at this play from Cyrus right now. He elected to go murked Marines here. He never does this, so he's remembering from last game too. That's why he was calling out the diagonal. He knows he has a risk of getting canceled again, but Sports just got nuked too, so they're not going to be able to stop this bunker from Fred. Trigger still hasn't thrown down his bunker yet, but look at Trigger. He's dumped into upgrades too, seeing the Merc, knowing that Cyrus isn't going to be able to bunker up anytime soon.
Do you think it was angry upgrade Merc bunker by Cyrus, that since he had he had 2 tough games already?
Yeah, I think he didn't feel confident that he would be able to get that bunker up again. I think it's a confidence level thing right now in his diagonal position.
Just clicked there, walked his army in, kind of lost half of it.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was feeling.
So I'm a huge fan, especially as the score becomes greater and greater. In my opinion, Cyrus's SCV should probably be literally directly in between both his bunker and Trigger's bunker, just as an ability to gain more information. Rather than having the fog of war there, you have your SCV there. Some of the time you get minerals, whatever. But some of the time you actually catch his army when you're out of position and can come back and minimize losses or potentially turn it into an advantage. Sitting it behind your bunker does nothing. Giving Trigger 35 okay, early game, yeah, that's probably bad, but mid and late game, it's an insignificant amount, so it's something worth considering.
You know, Kobe, you actually make a very, very interesting point right there. It's 35 minerals, yes. It's a lot in the beginning, but after like maybe 10 minutes, it's really not much, right? And it's a great way to kind of scope out where your enemy's at, or they're pushing you or sneaking in here.
It's one of those things where, again, when your score is 200, 35 is a significant chunk. Like if someone's like, oh, I'll give you a 13% pay raise, you'd immediately be like, well, hell yeah. If your score is 3,500 and it's a 1% pay raise, you're like, well, thanks for the extra nickel an hour. Like it's not as significant. So as the game rolls on, the information becomes far more valuable than giving up the little bit extra points.
Right, very interesting way you put it. I like that. Hey, Draconis, Puck from stream just left a message saying that can you get the scoreboard up here quickly?
All right, scoreboard is up for a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't put it on full time here. Not until one player at least dies. But first place, we got Oblivion 2,500. Cyrus in second place, 2,400. Only thing with Cyrus still just sitting on that one bunker right now. He's got 600, 400 to go, but Trigger's about to get this other bunker up. They know that's a problem, but Fred has the nuke there. I think Fred might actually use the nuke. No,
we're doing it. He's not doing it.
Who are we kidding? He's not going to use the nuke. He's not going to.
Nope. 20 minutes.
What?
Come on, guys.
No,
oh my God! He did. No.
But he doesn't get the turret. They still have the turret. I think they're still going to get this cancel here on.
Wow. If he did nuke both those turrets, I think it automatically kills them early game, and that's worth 200 in the bank too. So that's, oh man, that's brutal.
Meanwhile, we got Zeteo trying to cancel out this rod from Ravenium right here. I think they're in an okay spot, but no turrets coming down from either side yet. RCJH 6 armor, 9 attack. Oblivion 4 and 3. Huge upgrade disadvantages. So I lied. That bunker can get canceled as long as Sports lets it. Yeah, Ravenium only sitting in at 1370. Very risky to go Marauders as the first bunker. It does pay off there, mainly from assist from Sports. Otherwise, there's going to be no way with that upgrade disadvantage that they were going to hold that.
I love this play by Raven. He has 7 speed. Now all he has to do is just keep upping his armor and just start snowballing a little bit more. Get some speed everywhere. Get a group of armies together. He should be able to run over across the map.
Trigger round 2 on the bunker. I think Cyrus and their goal is just to delay it long enough so he can get his completed in time. Fred putting down a forward shield. Oh no! Is Fred going to spot the bunker?
No.
Wow. Fred, he has to see it on his screen now. Yep, here it comes. SCV snipe right away. Defensive turret coming from Cyrus, also from Sports, but his a little bit out of position there. And the game has devolved into a 2v2, top versus bottom right now.
Oblivion did the same thing last game, correct? He's building his partner's Reaper bunker.
Yeah.
So I guess that's his style.
Last game he win mass Reapers too.
So he's doing the same thing. Interesting.
Yeah, and I think he wants to do that just so he doesn't stick himself out far enough, and that way you can roam the map safely. Ravenium being where he is on the scoreboard right now, I don't think it's going to hurt him in the short term. He'll still be able to get a third up there, and then they'll have a good wall against the Trigger and Fred team.
Actually, you make a good point. If he, since Raven's going Marine rods, he still had that one spot where he could get Marines, and then there's a wall right there where it's very hard to break through at that point.
Yeah, I'm sure Oblivion's main goal was he did not want to build there. He feels too exposed. That way, if he does need to go up and fight on Trigger, that he's not leaving his bunker open for RCJH to just harass.
Also centralizes not the shield tower, but the one that gives vision. It centralizes it rather than you effectively have more time to react when someone enters the ring around the sensor tower than you would as your bunker spread away from your main base. So that kind of is a small note, but a little bit of an advantage in that regard.
Yep, absolutely.
To point out, Trigger's upgrades are dominating Cyrus's upgrades. Even though Cyrus did what, in my opinion, was a pretty good job of slowing down Trigger early. Bunks, and he's behind on upgrades, which is crazy.
Yeah, 7 and 9 for Trigger. Cyrus sitting at 6 and 3. Very interesting. Cyrus has definitely got a survivability build going right now, right? The high regen, so he can probably get stem. Doesn't look like he has it yet. He's got the combat shields though, so probably saving up for stem right now.
I agree.
Now here's something very interesting. Top left for Brett. He upgraded his Merc for Reapers, but now he threw down a Marine bump. I guess because Raven went rods. Is that right, or that kind of counteracts like you just wasted a lot of minerals? What do you guys think?
You know, I at first I would say yeah, I agree that he should have left it probably regular on Reapers, but you know what? I'm slowly turning around my thoughts on this and just saying, hey, anything that's a Merc will help. The only disadvantage he has on it is going against Ravenium's Marauders, and I'm sorry if that was the point you were trying to make.
No, it might have been a game flow thing where he threw that down and then merked it and then saw, and it's debatable that it was the other way as well, but he might have seen this too late and been thinking, oh, this is perfect, I'll throw down and merked Reaper and then just go ahead against all the Marine builds I see. And then you notice that you have Marauders, like, well, fuck. You just feel immediately bad. It's like, okay, well, I'll try for Marines.
Yeah, because that was Raven's first bunker, which is very, very rare in these pro games that they're able to get that up.
Also, you know, what are your guys' thoughts? Like, when you're merking a bunk, you can't cancel it over.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could cancel it, but I guess it adds a little bit more to the risk, right? When do you choose to merc it? Otherwise, people would just be able to freely take bigger chances on merking their bunkers.
So, what are 20 minutes in? I don't think anybody's lost a bunk. There have been some canceled, but nobody's had one killed. And everybody seems to at least have some non-zero level of opportunity to win. Whereas last game there was one team, obviously, that, yeah.
Cyrus does get his stem down. Trigger throwing down that Marauder bunker. Immediately, Raven sees it. No one calling it out. I lied. There's the call out from Oblivion.
Everybody moves immediately to the top left.
Yep. And look at this. Cyrus going for the back bunker snipe.
Right.
Oh no. It looks like Zeteo does not want to play ball with that though. But still, they're getting the 3v2 going on right now, forcing Trigger to have to cancel that bunker.
Small thing, but I actually like 9 for health regen before I get stim. I mean, it's completely just a personal thing. He's on 8. Obviously, it's a small difference, but let's throw that out there. I think 9's like the correct number.
Dragonus, do you mind throwing up the score screen again? Just in case,
definitely. So looking at RCJH, now in the top leaderboard, 7,000 just about right now. Oblivion number 2, 6,200. Basically, they're just trading with each other over and over. Cyrus, 3rd place, 6,100. Fred, 5,900. And Trigger at 5,500 right there. As soon as someone dies, we'll be able to pull it up full time, so apologies for that. We are trying to work on getting the scores to appear in this overlay down below instead of supply count. We're not quite there yet. Hopefully we can get there
CJH about to lose a bunk.
Rather than later.
Oh, you're right. Oh, wow.
He does.
Okay.
So I actually like that play from Oblivion. My first thought objective was kill the supply. He said the hell with that, I'm going for the bunk, and he got it. I actually would not have done that in game, so good shit, dude.
Me neither.
And I'm surprised we saw this last game too. Actually, from Oblivion, he got punished with this early supply. That seems to be the thing going on right now. But look, this supply depot is just gonna fall. He ignores the supply. He goes right for the back bunker. He goes right for the bunker.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh, and RCJH defeated off the map.
Oh man, they got you, boy. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it's not too bad. He did have 2,000 something minerals that he just pumped into Zeteo.
And even Oblivion couldn't imagine that happened. Everyone's still a little shell shocked about what just happened there, which makes sense because we're a little bit too. We're like, hey. Oh my gosh, that just spiraled completely out of control. The guy in first place going all the way to being eliminated in just a matter of, a minute or so.
We're going to say it directly correlated with them lacking a sensor tower. I'm just going to throw that out there. Every other team has a minimum of 1. They have a total of 0. You had no time to react. Your bunks are gone, man.
especially Oblivion in his Reaper play. And it looks like,
he expands immediately to the right.
Looks like Oblivion's going to continue with this. No transition into rods for Oblivion. He is in pure snipe mode. And it's going to be a problem. Zeteo has no Marauder, so even if he doesn't get the bunkers, they're doing ring around the rosy right now. Oblivion is going to be able to at least get extra feed. Oh my gosh, he's going to lose his bunker. He's going to lose his bunker at this rate.
Attack, yeah.
Bunker upgrades 3, 4, and 4. Down to half health here. There's no help coming from any other player.
He should be.
Focus it. Just focus it. You're good. Yep.
Oh no! And he threw on this turret.
That was a late turret. That was a panic turret right there. He should have saved it because the pressure's going to keep going on to him.
Oh my god, that sucks. I'm really hurting for Zeteo. That kind of just lost all the minerals. He just lost all the minerals that that RCJH gave him.
He lost all those minerals Canteen a bunk, and then he donated 225 out of his bank and then 100 into Oblivion. So
oh no, he doesn't have Marines loaded in this Merc. He caught it there. That was almost really bad. If he would have completed the cutoff. Oh no.
Oh wow.
Anybody's stock ever gone from so good to so bad in such a short time?
Yes. He might save this.
Game.
He might save this. Down to 1,000. It holds at 1,000. But look at the switch Zeteo right now. You can see the mineral transfer
he just got
from
both of those handed and then go up.
Unbelievable. We'll see you
clean up the whole team by himself
shortly.
Wait, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it?
Got it.
Oblivion got it. Oblivion got it.
He cleaned up the entire team by himself. It's crazy. To be in first, yeah. He's miles ahead. Given Zeto's not in the game, he's miles ahead. Teen attack? Is that right? Even Trigger's only on 12. Oh wow. Everybody versus bottom left are GG in my team.
He's just got 2 bunker snipes right there. He did some good supply trades. Man, against I Like Sports, he's got what equal in armor, so he's going to trade very well against Sports.
And you know what I've noticed before, like in all the pub games that I play, if you go Reaper play, you can't stop. You have to finish the game early. You can't go late game. If you go late game, your Reapers are really not going to do anything.
And we saw that was his downfall on the last one, actually, right? So
yeah.
So I really like what Raven's doing. Like he's basically sacked his ability to kill units. I don't know if this is the way they planned it, but it's worked out this way. He sacked his ability to kill units and basically having an unmovable wall. 15 defensive upgraded Marauders plus 11 regen plus stim. Like, it's going to take time no matter what to be able to get through that, allowing his teammate who has Reapers who can just run around and snipe your bunks, clearly, to run around the map and, snipe your bunks. So I actually think if they plan that, it's genius.
Now, do you think that he should throw a few more upgrades into damage? Because, yeah, he has a lot of armor, he has a lot of regen, but if you can't kind of take, like, you know, kind of thin out your enemy's army, it's hard for you to, as a partner, to push out too.
Depends on what, again, if they're discussing it or if they're just playing, like, they're talking about general stuff in attack. If they're coordinated, I actually like this because the other army is more mobile and can do way more damage effectively. So you have both a wall and a gun, right? Oblivion would be the gun and he would be the wall. So you can't attack them, and then when they move out, it's a difficult thing because you're worried about your bunkers getting sniped. If they're just playing singularly, then yeah, you got to upgrade your attack because you're going to get run over eventually as people get a bunch of like merked marine bunkers and just kind of roll over your stuff. So it just depends on exactly how they're coming up with a plan to move forward in the game. It just depends.
Well, yeah, Trigger was able to get that Marauder bunker up. Oblivion, in the meantime, was trying to take out sensor towers to just try to hide where he's going from. He is still going to sniping mode. We'll have to see how it goes. Sports is doing a good job on protecting this flank, knowing that this is what he can expect.
And like I was saying before, I like Sports. Very, very good support player. He could play carry. He could play support. I mean, he meshes very well with this team.
I'm trying to imagine what I'm doing right now if I'm Oblivion and if I'm trying to win. I don't know if I'm trying to get another bunker or if I'm trying to... In fact, I think, well, he does have 4. Maybe you try to get more supply and just run people over, but kind of a tough one.
That seems to be what he's kind of going. Maybe you can
Like
do
he's
some
debating
upgrades
inside
on
himself.
on the
Yeah.
back ones. I don't think he'd want to build out more further. He's going to have to commit to the drop downs.
Oh no.
There he goes. There he goes to the try.
He's not
Straight to
gonna
the
get
bunk.
it. Yeah, he's
No.
not gonna get it. Oh no! A little bit of the dance moves.
See, that's very dangerous now, right? I mean, yeah, you're in the lead, but you just literally lost half your army at 15 minerals each unit. You just really gave top right a lot of.
Yeah, and looking at the game right now, it's starting to look like a 4 versus 2 situation. That's going to be really, really bad for bottom
Here
left.
it comes.
I mean, Cyrus has Reapers,
Especially as
Trigger now has Marauders, and Trigger now has Marauders. All they have to do is contain the supply.
Build tanks, which is exactly what Fred started doing. And as soon as Cyrus figures it out, he'll start building a tank, and then you have tanks on both sides, and it becomes a very difficult spot to defend.
Yeah, Oblivion right now is still very lucky that he could still trade very well with Cyrus and Alex Sports, of course. But as the game gets later on, his unit won't trade whatsoever.
One supply is going to go down for Oblivion. They're still keeping the pressure on there. Ravenium doing a pretty good job holding off top left. And
This is
I think we have to always remember motivations for players. Calling out losing depots, I think, does nothing except make people push you harder in that case. Because, yeah, they want you to lose depots. That's your whole strength right now.
The whole
Your
idea is like,
depots
what?
are
You're doing so well, you could get depots? Man, you might be doing very well.
It's kind of like when people call out the tank. Hey, tank on us. Sometimes you just do not want to call that, you know, if you're first or whatnot, because they are going to push you hard. In this case, I don't know. If they call out tank, does top right try to sabotage it? Let's see.
I don't know, but this is they're in a real tough spot.
They call it. What is top right going to do? It looks like they're continuing to push. Oblivion now down 2 supplies. Oblivion's going to lose this bunker too. We didn't even think about that with that crossplay. So he's losing supply. He's now losing production. And top right doesn't realize that. So they're going to take him down to 2 bunkers.
If you're bottom left, it's just a tough spot. Also, Oblivion has gone ahead and I think before the start he had 18 attack. He spent his last, 975 minerals on getting 19 and 20 as far as attack upgrades. I think that might have been potentially better used in getting defense upgrades for either your bunker or your units, because that's like, with what his units are, literally 5 or 6 extra upgrades for defense, because his defense is so low relative to the game.
Looks like maybe a switch coming. I thought for a second there they were going to finish bottom left there. I mean, I know Cyrus is in a position where they can still keep going, and it looks like Trigger is happy to keep going too. I think bottom left's going to die here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
And it was a smart play by Fred to pull back his tank after he took out the top 3 area. Now he doesn't want to overcommit and lose that tank, which is going to be necessary for him to defend against top right.
Ravenium is going to take out, Oblivion bought a second SCV. I don't think that was a good idea. I think that was very, very expensive. He's still sitting on only 9 armor, and now he's going to have to...
Units in that bottom bunker. He has to fill, well, now that the attack's off, it's a different story. Ooh, base trade. No, not base trade, but side switch.
Yep. And they got the Marauder. I missed it on my screen, so apologies there. But it looks like Cyrus and I Like Sports reversed right away. They get the Marauder. Tank still on the field right now from Fred. No upgrade on the tank yet.
Wow, this is going to look very good for Cyrus and I Like Sports. They have 2 Raws and you see that 1 tank coming up.
Well, they were able to get the bunker snipe. but they got to know that Oblivion is going to attack them soon. And look at how Sports is built. Sports is very, very, very vulnerable. And here it comes right now.
Heck, are you Miss Cleo? I mean, you literally just called this exact thing. That's crazy. And there goes a bunk.
Yep. So why not? It's perfect. Why? It makes complete sense
exactly
why he would do that. Cyrus is tanking. That's why they're doing it. Look, Fred's going up for the tank snipe right now. Cyrus sees it, gets the first shot off, but it's still going to be enough. They might just trade tanks, though. It is going to be a tank trade automatically. Will they be able to roll through and get Trigger's bunker right after that is the question. They're focusing it down.
Yeah, top right.
Oh, don't run.
Don't run. Finish the bunker. All right.
It was over. Okay, get saved. Woo. That was close.
That's done. Meanwhile, Sports does lose his second bunker there. Still, I think that was a great. I think that was good. That was good for top right. Still, I mean, they're the ones that switched earlier. They got to know Oblivion's going to hit them. They got this nice wall. They're still in the game, but they definitely did a lot of damage there to top left to be able to end them.
Here's on one bunker, 41 minutes into a game. He's probably going to win. I'm just saying. Isn't that how this always works out? Trigger basically guaranteed to win. So that's basically how this is going.
Oblivion able to get these supply depots, even with Sports right there in position. Those were both upgraded supply depots. Sports has now taken a lot of damage with only 2 bunkers now.
Crazy is if Oblivion had one less SCV, he theoretically would have 3K in the bank. That's 3 extra bunkers he could be building right now.
Yep, and that's why I don't know if he got his mileage there on the SCV. Top score 25,000, still Oblivion. Cyrus in second place with 21,000. So a little tough to call. If you're top left, I guess you continue to push top right, right? Because Oblivion's playing ball with you. At least try to buy some time to get some bunkers up. Trigger's going to build that and try to go for those rods again next, most likely.
It's a tank here. It does
not have the upgrade. Oblivion's going right for the bunker. It's not going to be enough to kill it. 13,000 hit points remaining.
And look how much manure she's got into that top right team. Now, if you guys are Oblivion, what is your play? Do you guys keep getting Reapers and keep maxing up units and just keep on sniping? I think that's the best bet, right?
You know, I would just. He's kind of going all in. I actually thought he would have transitioned by now, especially after losing it the first time. But he rebuilt his supply depots. He's a Reaper play. I don't know if I agree with it, because history can just repeat itself, which it will eventually. Especially now if he does this. He doesn't.
He stopped. Smart move by him. At one point, he's going to piss off both teams.
He doesn't know what he wants to do.
Gone.
I think he's leaning up. He's going to try to take out Sports' back bunker here.
First for the overstim too. And just to acknowledge, Oblivion has actually retired his original Marine bunker, so it's not producing any units. Throw that out there.
Oh wow! Look at this. He could get this bunker, or at least Fred's gonna get it. Somebody got it. I did not see who got it there.
It wasn't Oblivion.
It wasn't Oblivion. It's
yeah, it looks like Fred. Yep. Trigger looks like he's going for just Marines across the top. A little scouting force here from Oblivion, just trying to draw units back.
If Oblivion can pick off the other Rauder bunker, which the only one on the map right now is Cyrus's single bunker, he goes from not the best spot to, in my opinion, the best spot. The other armies can't compete with him in terms of upgrades. They're just not there yet. He has the most supply out of any one person, and if you have rods dead, they're going to roll over Marines and Reapers, so crazy.
Yeah, he's still got very weak on the armor, though. Fred is, I think, in a better upgrade position. And I would argue even Trigger's in a better upgrade position. There's 2 teams. I think what he wants to do, really, eliminate one team and then work on the others. I don't think he wants to go head-to-head with 2 teams. So I think that's why we keep seeing him on Sports. Sports is 2 bunkers. If he can nail out Sports...
Get all those turrets Sports hit preemptively. He's thrown at least 3 preemptive turrets, like, thinking he's coming. That's crazy. Was that 750 that he's thrown, or 725?
Oblivion's going to take this. This is what I'm saying. You don't want to call out you're getting tanked sometimes, because he knows that's going to come unchallenged.
Infrastructure going down, man. There's getting tanked at the same time.
He's taking out some stuff. He better. I think Oblivion needs to hurry. If his goal is to just have 1 player die, at first I was thinking it was going to be Sports. It looks like it's going to be Cyrus, and I don't know if Sports is in any position to be able to help Oblivion with top left after they go down.
You know, Oblivion sees this fight. He should be fighting top left right now. He sees how badly top right got mauled, right?
I think he really wants to have 1 player eliminated. I really think that's his game plan. That's why he's holding back right now.
So I have no clue why you would expand towards top left when you expand to the right. There's nobody there. That, to be frank, I don't understand.
I think just resupply.
If you're going to expand, you expand to the right rather than up the map, as you're effectively no farther away from the opponents. But when you expand closer, you're kind of asking to get tanked.
This is very passive politicking, in my opinion. He is trying to get the truce going right now. And it might be working.
Free bunk if he wants it, it feels like.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to clear this bunk from Fred. He's just whittling down the armies, so maybe I was wrong in my assessment of what I thought his plan was there.
I'm very
impressed. If he can keep top right thinking that top left is the main problem and just slowly expand out and then whittle each down to maybe 2 bunks a team, then he'll be in a great spot.
This is a mistake. I think if he switches too much like this, he's just gonna get the 4v2 invited on him. Someone's gonna call out for it. Hey, we should just take out Oblivion at one point. Oh no, I don't think Fred got the cancel.
Didn't get it. Still has a bunch in the bank.
Looks like Sports is lining up to do some supply checks here. That's my guess, is he's going to go right for supply or not. I have no clue. Let's go for the bunker.
That's right. Raven should be able to tell Oblivion it's coming if they're talking, right? Like he should be able to see the whole map and let him know. Although he's pinging the map, it looks like.
You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that too. So Sports was being very careful to stay out of the sensor tower, but
anyway, buddy.
Teammate can't. So I wonder how much Raven is telling them who to switch on then too.
He should literally know the entire layout of the map. He should know that Sports is on 1 bunk, Cyrus is on 2, and the top left is... Oh, if he gets the tank, it's a good spot.
Wow.
An armor.
And Reapers don't usually do much damage on tanks. Yeah, he should have just went for the bunker there. Now the bunker's going to go up. Tank will be fully healed. Hopefully. Maybe.
He's throwing down a turret.
Trigger's SCV is too busy over here.
Well, actually, if he goes right now again, he can probably kill it.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get the tank, it looks like. He's going right for it. Oh my gosh, the tank survives.
It's a day.
Oblivion having his own little surprise coming up here.
76 out of 125 supply. What's crazy is he's actually kind of limited himself, given he only has 4 bunkers. It's taking him a good in-game time, like 30 seconds to go from 0 supply up to max supply. Obviously, if he had a couple more extra bunkers, he'd...
I like how he's stutter stepping, taking care of some of the units, not just committing to the bunker. He's not going to get it though.
Yeah, he's just fed Fred, and Fred is number 1 now.
Meanwhile, Trigger getting tanked here in top right.
Oblivion wipes out top left this game. Like, if he somehow could do it all in one fell swoop, this game's over. Also, please somebody send an SCV to the middle so you can pick up these minerals. This is killing me right now. 3 on your keyboard, right-click the mouse to the middle, and you got yourself at least 400. I'm just saying.
Well, if Raven's watching the stream, he should be telling his teammate that there is minerals.
Well, I hope he's not watching this stream. That would be.
Oh yeah,
not
you
the
can see the
stream,
whole. Yeah, you can see the whole thing. But
yeah,
if I
you
give him
can
that
see
idea,
the
that's
map.
terrible.
You're absolutely right. Why he has not pinged on these? That's
my
a
God,
great
there's
point. Oh my
800
God,
out
I
there.
didn't even think about that.
Just
Tell your
free right
partner,
click, man,
just
it's not hard.
give me one unit. Peel off one unit for me and be SCV. I mean, just be mineral guy.
If you give control, they can move your SCVs. Like he literally, it's just free. He has 2 SCVs. Just take one and start moving it around.
There's 800 minerals just sitting right there.
It's literally a whole bunker. He has 287 in the bank. If he picks up all 800, he has an extra bunker. I mean, that's a pretty big deal at this point, but not putting it together.
Okay, Tank is not there. He's gonna take down that bunker for sure.
Bunks. MIA.
Oh, that's a great move. His top right is gonna kill.
Just take the other.
I actually
yeah.
think Oblivion got this if
Oh, yeah.
Cyrus-
Goes. 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 200 mineral patches on the map at one time. Just killing me, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody
Like
versus
Christmas-
bottom
like
left.
Christmas, like go get it. Huh.
Yeah. Finally.
Sports sees it, but reverses immediately because he
Sports,
knows
no.
what's coming.
Sports is dead. Go kill Sports. Oh, man.
Yeah, he needs to kill Sports right now. His next move is killing Sports.
Yeah,
He can pick that bunker up and
reversing.
get in really good shape.
This is it. This is going to be the 4v2 until either Oblivion just overpowers everyone and comes back, or he dies.
Throw some turrets, boys. What is... I don't understand what Oblivion's doing. He's like dancing along the baseline. Put it in the bank.
I think he's trying to see who aggro's
Oh, waiting for
first.
this tank. Maybe he's waiting for this tank.
I think he's trying to see who
Splash.
aggro's who.
He needs to... With 3,800 in the bank, you gotta buy Splash, man.
No splash, just more tanks. I don't know
Nope.
about the switching though. At one point, unless the other teams are just tilted on each other, are going to say, "Hey, truce and truce till the end." But they don't understand. Oblivion doesn't care about mid.
He has 2 SCVs? Where's the... I see one. Where... Oh, there's the other one's just chilling. He has 3k in the bank. He could easily be building 2... anything at the same time. A tank and a supply, 2 tanks, a tank and a bunker, supply and a bunker.
And you know, going
He
back
did
to
get
what
Splash.
we were saying, I think he should be putting 2k minerals into upgrading Splash damage.
He did end up getting it, and also, funny enough, it ended up killing off his supply. Those 2 tanks killed those supply.
Oh.
Totally worth it, though.
See, he's not in a good position now. You were right. He needed to kill Sports. He needed to eliminate one more player off the field.
He did.
And he just kept switching too much now. Even though he's kind of ahead, they're going to be able to take him out very easily, just like last time.
He's literally totaled up the last, like, 5 in-game minutes, and it's slowing let the other teams build more SimCity and kind of advance forward towards victory when he's just chilling in the background. Oh, not Trigger.
Trigger never really lags out, though. He just lags.
Possible. Yeah. It'll get down to 1 and he'll come back the whole game. given what's happening, refresh my memory. So if there's 2 teams left, there can't be a draw. Is that correct? So the way this is set up, if this went on for another half hour, this would be a draw. If one other team gets eliminated, then they play to completion, correct?
That is correct. It has to be a whole team that gets eliminated.
So you would think Oblivion. It'd be interesting to. Well, this would be very. If Trigger actually gets bounced, that would obviously change the game. It's Were versus Freds. Like this. It's like the sportsman thing to do is to not vote and let this chill out for a second.
Yep.
Say this goes. Okay, there you go. It goes off for another 10 seconds. That was good shit to everybody in the game. That was the right thing not to vote.
I think there's a GoFundMe somewhere for Trigger's internet provider. You know, we're gonna lay down some broadband pipe just for him.
Maybe one of these days Trigger will pay his internet bill. Oh my goodness. Those tanks just completely washed Fred's entire army. Like, went from an army to no army.
And I like how he has a 4th one building, but he should put one on the bottom right of his Mary Reaper and Lightning Bolt.
It just takes him so long to... He has crazy supply. It just takes him a long time to resupply. He should actually reactivate that Marine bunker. At this point, why not?
Yep.
Like, you need the units. It's going to sit there supply. That's fine. Mark the bunker, reactivate it. Also, I would build to the left of his... to 9 o'clock on a traditional clock. Like, build a Marine bunker there as well.
Pushing on these tanks over here. It looks like they are going to get one tank. No, the tank survives. The tank survives.
Throw the SCV on that. The tank might die.
1,400 points.
If he surrounds it, it's dead.
Yeah, the SCVs are repairing the wrong darn thing there. He's not catching it either.
Sports is intentionally correctly dancing around his supply at the bottom of the map, hoping his tank killed it, and it did kill one of his supply off. Like one of his Merc supply. That was good shit by Sports.
3rd SCV called down from Oblivion there. He's the only one with multiple SCVs on the field. But again, he's not maxed yet either, so this can go real bad for him. Fred's got that tank. They're getting ready to do a tank push. The way his tanks are set up, they are going to be able to snipe off that bunker. Although, it's still hard to really push that. You have to give up a lot of supply to get vision.
Could figure it out. He should put... Man, he's got a tank over here, 3 tanks over there. He should build a shield tower somewhere, like either in the Rodder spot or the Marine spot, because it's going to get tanked if you build it in the spot where it is. Also, I think some of the time he should be expanding beyond that. Dude, he has 8 health regen. It's got to be higher than that an hour into the game. Just saying.
Yeah, it's more just it's an all-in strategy, and I think this is where we see Oblivion die. I don't think they're gonna switch on this.
Oh, on another note, I want you guys to notice his turret.
He
didn't
could
upgrade
tank.
time. He
Snipe
didn't
the
upgrade.
tank?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, he
They
did.
didn't catch it. They didn't see the shift. Oh no! Maybe because Fred
Oblivion.
was typing. I have no idea. What a
I'd
great
like-
play!
How does he know, dude? He's the best ever. That was really good. Good shit, dude.
Oblivion needs to upgrade his turret time thing.
Oh.
Because it's just literally going down 30 seconds.
That needs to happen in his health regen should go up too. He got
His
3,600 in the
health
bank.
regen, his armor, everything needs to go up.
He's just dumped so much into SCVs. It's
Does he have 3 SCV or?
he has 3 now. Yeah,
I think.
$6,000. It's definitely 3 SCVs.
2 teams, top left, top right, should probably coordinate. Had what Cyrus is doing happened at the exact same time what Fred was doing, it becomes a far more difficult thing and arguably
Oh no, what does Oblivion do?
the bunk. But now Cyrus, because of the timing, Cyrus loses a tank and he's not going to lose a bunk, and Fred lost a tank and he didn't lose a bunk. That's how you lose these games. There's turrets, good stuff. Let's lose 1 tank on the left side. We're behind.
I mean, I like it. It's not bad. He made more money than losing that 1 tank, but he needs to spend his money though. Yes.
Cyrus sneakily taking the middle, along with taking another Reaper bunker.
Yeah, I don't know why he's holding on to this. He must be saving for another SCV.
He really needs to upgrade the regen and armor.
The way the market is right now, maybe he thinks he'll get good money on like an investment or something. I don't know.
What is top left doing? I guess they
Literally
really
not
don't like
see.
the idea of.
Cancel the bunker.
But look at this. Oblivion didn't know that. But if you're Raven and you saw that happen, you would just tell him wrap around, hit sports. Don't hit back Fred, because Fred and Trigger don't want Cyrus to have this middle.
Cyrus
Yeah,
must be
they have
typing.
like 23 minutes left, and I don't know what they could do. I mean, I think top right and top left need to make a deal. Like one of them has to die, or it's gonna be a draw.
I think he's gonna go after sports. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Miss Cleo strikes
Sports
again.
knows.
Miss Cleo strikes again, boys. He's dead. Dude, you just know. Always trading the armies. I would have gone for the bunk. That was the right call. He just the execution wasn't there on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, why are they going back to bottom left now? They can't fight those tanks.
It's because they cleared the mid. They want to kill Oblivion. They just do not want Cyrus to hold mid.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 5. I think that's basically where the maxi's been kept out. He's basically saying, Sports and Cyrus, good luck attacking me on the right side. Fred and Trigger, you're not coming because I have 4 tanks. I mean, that's basically what this says to me. If he's going to overload one side with 4 and the other side with just 1.
Now, if you're Oblivion, are you thinking that, okay, well, I just want to draw. I don't want to
I think it's still not sieged.
Could be.
Like,
What's
he might just be
his-
playing for a draw.
What's his APM? Slightly less than 400. I mean, he could put it together. Stretch you pretty thin if you get attacked from both sides as they slowly build up again for the next 20 minutes effectively. So he might be playing for a draw.
Yeah, a lot of
rather than a bunker.
indecision here.
Let's say he is very dedicated to not using anything but Reapers.
And Sports is just scared out of his mind. He's holding back the whole game. And he should, because here it comes again.
This is really good. He just didn't get to show off what he can do this game, and that's going to happen on any one random game. Saying
Now,
go
those
attack them or attack me? Like, I don't.
Yeah,
think
no,
that's
I know he wanted
buddy.
them to attack them. He's trying to take advantage.
So that kind of gives away his positioning that he was over there with them.
Yep.
Those two supply depots are very, very aggressive. I'm not sure.
That should have been a bunker, in my opinion. Also, he really needs to build a shield tower. Like, I'm a huge fan, especially late game when you have infinite money. Like, when you can trade, you effectively can trade for infinite money because the units are so valuable and there's so many more of them.
Look at this.
Literally
He's pushing
just throw
top
down, like,
left.
5 shield towers.
He's making a decision. He's pushing top left. He just moved his tanks up. What is top right going to do? Are they going to respond
What is he
and save?
focusing? The tank? Yeah, the tank.
Oh, this is going to be
across the
bad.
map or not?
This is... Oh, no.
He needs more turrets.
One
Has to
tank
focus
down.
that tank. Oh, he could have focused it.
Yeah, get the tank. He misclicked. Oh, my gosh.
Said
Fred's going to
fucking
get the
and
tank
went for
away.
top left? Oh my goodness! I wonder what their win condition is if they murk top left.
I don't know if he can get this tank still. His guys just do no damage. Tank
Get
says
this
300, 200, 100. Oh, he barely goes down.
No, I like this move
Wow.
by Cyrus and them. I think they kill top left. They still have a good chance because Cyrus has 2 rods.
Cyrus has 1 tank. Oblivion can figure it out. He's got to go. Yeah, he's got to go up there right now. You just go up there right now. If Sports had like 1 more bunker and a tank, he'd be in such a better spot. But he's just so constrained by his.
Now Oblivion just had to up his armor and regen and start playing the SCV game when it's 2-on-1.
Yeah, and he's already got... He's got 4 now. Again, oh, man. What's...
He cannot switch right now. He switched right now. He is.
Yeah.
I'll say Oblivion at this point. What is okay? Yeah, at this point, Oblivion is favored in my opinion. He probably has like equity. Like he definitely has at least a plurality, if not a majority. And then top right's gonna have like 35% equity, and then top left's gonna have like 15% equity, unless somebody makes very poor decisions. Like Oblivion should be able to, worst case, get head up with top right.
And almost down to the point where there'll be 15 minutes left in this last match remaining for the day.
Man.
You might want to give them a warning. They might not be paying attention to the time.
Yeah, I'll give them in 1 minute once it's done.
His army is literally one Reaper bunker, one Marine bunker. If Oblivion would get Reapers or Marines, it would trade much better against that type of composition. Same thing with Cyrus, 2 Reapers and a bunch of Marines.
You need to throw on some turrets right by the area right now.
The tank, I agree. Or bring one more tank. He's got 3 at home. Supply is definitely
I think he's trying to prevent a counter hit on that one. He's going to get this bunker from Fred. That's going to take Fred to 1 bunker. Fred is now at 1 bunker.
Oh, Oblivion, pick the Reaper bunker off. Sports did all the work, you get the free money.
I don't even know if I need to send a warning out right now.
See it? No free money. No. That bunker's going to survive, too.
Oh, okay,
there
so
we go.
Okay, good. Oh, he got it, too.
Yeah. Now, the way the top right looks...
Yeah, they got... Look at the Marauder. Close. Yeah, they got a huge Marauder kit.
Nothing but Reapers versus this is in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Please unretire that bunker, please. I'm begging you. Oh, he's building more Reapers. He's so dedicated, dude. This Reapers or die. Like, I don't give a fuck. This is what I'm doing.
As long as they can hold on to the bunkers, that's the thing. If they can just destroy his supply once, all they need to do is destroy his supply once. Yeah.
Cyrus should move those tanks forward.
I would put 2 tanks in the middle. I would
move them forward.
2 of them, put
They're going to take mid.
I love that shield tower. The one Cyrus is about to build. He shift clicked it after he goes building the tank.
Oblivion needs to spend his darn money.
Good move.
Sport's trying to be cute and then backs off.
Everyone needs to spend their darn money, so.
400, 900.
Oh wow, he still didn't upgrade his turrets.
He's not. So he's keeping one tank back to try to prevent Sports from getting the snipe on the side.
Slow tank walk forward is going to be deadly, given he has so many.
Yeah.
I love Cyrus's positioning on the tanks. He just might not have enough army. Well,
I'm caring about this.
Shit by Sports. Sports is doing the dance. Oh, he can't. There's not a tank close enough.
Dude, all he needs to do is throw like 5 turrets out here. First, upgrade them first. Well, we waste the money.
Literally be building the entire upper left part of the map.
I may be wrong here. It's looking a lot more towards Oblivion.
18 armor on the tank.
Oh no, he's gonna get this tank from Cyrus. Yep.
Just building a tank. Does Cyrus have splash? No, Sports I assume doesn't.
GG called from Sports.
It seems like it, man. Oblivion played.
Look, I like the separate control he has over here between his main army and then the sub army, and he knows that.
Mid.
You know, he knows that the small group can take out Sports, just neutralize him while he focuses his main one. Yeah, this is looking like GG all the way through. Look at the micro here from Oblivion.
To cap this off, if he was super mega incredible, he would take his SCVs and throw turrets in between Cyrus's back bunkers and his front bunkers. That's what his army was doing. So he kind of had it covered anyway, but that would be cool to see. Other than that, he played really good.
Second tank goes down from Cyrus. Cyrus has GG'd out. Oblivion takes the win. That was the 3rd game of the night. Wow, that was some crazy stuff. What did you guys think?
It was my pleasure to watch. What a good game.
Yeah, that was insane. So just so you guys know, we are looking for an intermediate league. We're trying to get that started up. If you do play Zone Control or watching this, you know, what we're kind of saying is around that 1400 elo. It doesn't mean your elo has to be that. It's just, you know, what your basically what your skills are playing at, you know, on an average, so to speak. But that was the third game of the night. My name is Draconis again. Joined with me was Go Get It and Peter Griffin. Love for you guys to check out our website, www.zzleagues.com. Join in the Discord. There's 150 of us now, and even if you're not playing in these pro matches, you can find teammates, you can learn skills. There's been a lot more replay analysis going on, a lot more pre-teaming with newer players, just walking them through the ropes and really refining their game skills. And it's working. Peter said it earlier, lobbies are much more difficult now, and you see a lot more up-and-comers these days that have improved their play, like 100% from what I can just remember even a couple months ago.
I completely agree. The general state of this game is much better in terms of talent than it was just 2 or 3 months ago.
Yep. Great
and this
stuff.
goes back to just go back to you guys, you know, starting this whole streaming thing to build a community. It really helps when everybody's learning, you know, what to do and what not to do and how to help out, push into certain areas. So, you know, hats off to you and Draconis and Cyrus.
Yep.
+1 to that, dude.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we all do volunteers. It's all a community. Some of the art assets you saw, Oblivion, which just took that game, is the one that developed our art assets. We got Adam running the YouTube channels. Me, I'm making the bot that doesn't seem to want to ever work. So there you go. If you want to contribute to the community, come join us. We're all ears, and there's definitely something for everyone, especially when it comes to, you know, like getting assets and like guides for the newer players here, because ultimately we need to grow the player base. That's what we want to do. We want to all be able to find games at any given time. And with Zone Control 5 just on the horizon, Zeteo, which is one of our map makers here, is putting the finishing touches on it. Some of us have gotten to test out the early versions. It's almost to that beta testing phase, and it looks amazing. This is a feature complete version of Zone Control with a couple new twists. It's going to be the same game that we love to play, but now we're going to have a caretaker to make sure that we can put in things, whether it be for tournament play or for community play. I'm looking forward to it. So again, guys, thanks for joining us. Check us out, zzleagues.com. We will be back next Sunday, as of now, 4 p.m. Central. I think we are planning a meeting to kind of get everyone together and talk about, is this the best day or whatnot. Maybe help out our Australian friends. But other than that, check out the website, join us on the Discord. See you next week.
See you later.